Once the trio finally arrives at the scene, they find nothing but broken sticks and blood splattered everywhere. Youngchan is freaking out, convinced they were just there. He wonders if maybe they managed to escape, but Seokju quickly spots 2 smartphones and picks them up, and explains that it's more likely the thugs took them away. Youngchan confirms that these phones belong to the beta bullies, and Seokju points out that the broken phones on the ground were left intentionally, and Jin is also pretty sure he knows whose blood is on the ground. Suddenly, some of the thugs stroll into the street. They spot our trio and quickly recognize that they are wearing a Sainon High uniform. They also see Youngchan, who had run away earlier. The thugs begin to approach them, calling Youngchan every name in the book and saying they've been chasing him everywhere just to find this little bastard. While Youngchan is completely rattled, Seokju feels relieved that they don't have to chase around for answers, since they can just ask these thugs where their friends were taken. Jin strides confidently toward one of the thugs, but that bastard doesn't like our boy's attitude, and tries to punch him, but Jin quickly deflects the punch and lands a solid hit to the thug's face. Another thug swings his fist, but Jin delivers a brutal whack to that one as well. He then grabs the thug by the head and smacks him with a knee to the face. Meanwhile, Seokju is not holding back either, and he is also taking down thugs with precision and skill. Before long, all the goons are down for the count, smeared in their own blood. Youngchan's face has now moved from scared to shocked as he watches Jin and Seokju take down the thugs in no time. One of the goons groans in pain, and Jin quickly approaches him, demanding to know where their friends were taken. The thug remains silent, looking both pissed and cocky even after his face is smashed up. He flashes Jin the middle finger, telling him to scram. To return the gesture, my guy slams the thug down to the ground with incredible speed, leaving him unconscious with his eyes rolled back. Youngchan looks absolutely anxious, unable to believe how Jin just bashed the thug's face into the concrete. Blackhead decides it's time for him to handle the questioning, figuring Jin is not the best person for interrogation. We finally arrive at the club where all the goons have been gathered, and it's packed with these guys. In the center of the chaos, we see the beta bullies being tossed around like trash. Youngchan tries to look up once he hears smashing sounds, and he is absolutely blown out of his mind when he sees this dude with tattoos swinging the bat like a madman, leaving the blood splattering everywhere. The guy going off with his bat is Taisugi, the big cheese of this joint. While he is busy pounding someone on the ground, his lackeys arrive saying they have brought both of the thugs back. The man finally stops after hearing this, and tosses his baseball bat and signals his lackey for a cigarette. The poor guy scrambles to get it for him while Taisu plops back down in his seat, and he is looking clearly pissed. He's angry because he had to deal with a lot of crap from his boss over the rumors that our beta bullies had beaten down 10 of his men. The scene flashes back to a tense meeting between Taisugi and his boss. Taisu is being grilled about the rumors that 10 of their guys got taken down by just 2 high schoolers. The boss is practically fuming and points out that most of their crew is made up of Goseok Tech grads, tough recruits who aren't supposed to be getting beaten by some random high schoolers. He's straight up threatening Taisu, saying if this is how he handles things, his position might be on the chopping block. In the present, Taisu is still fuming about the mess he's had to deal with because of these 2 beta bullies. He glares at them, asking if they're the ones who gave his guys such a hard time. The lackey nods, but then Taisu asks where the third one is. Incheon anxiously adds that one of them managed to escape, but he's sure they'll catch him soon enough. The boss is floored by this, clearly not expecting to hear that they haven't got all their targets yet. His reaction shows just how out of sync this situation is with what he had in mind. Incheon and his lackeys feel anxious, realizing that Taisu is in an unusually bad mood, likely because of what his boss said yesterday. So he decides to keep things smooth and just offers a hasty apology, hoping to defuse the situation. Taisu finally calms down and asks incredulously how he's supposed to believe that these flimsy little guys managed to take down 10 men. He demands to know where their other partners are. Jae-hong just tells him to screw off, and gets a solid kick in the face for using foul language. Meanwhile, Taisu is blowing off steam by puffing out smoke, and his lackey keeps beating both of our guys. Taisu then puts out his cigarette and makes an arrangement, stating that the first one to spill all the information gets to walk free, but the other will have to stick around as their pawn for a while. He also gives them a chance to run, but makes it clear that his men will drag them out of their school, and he's willing to make their lives miserable. That is when our blonde bully snickers, and both of the beta bullies can't help but laugh so hard that it looks like they are about to lose their lungs. Well, that does it. Taisu is about to blow his lid, and his lackeys know things are about to get real. As expected, the cocky leader quickly starts charging at our boys with a bat in hand, swinging it down so hard that blood splatters everywhere on impact. Even the lackeys are getting concerned to see things spiral out of control. On the other hand, the bastard keeps beating the hell out of our beta bullies until he suddenly stops after sensing commotion nearby. When we look outside, the thugs who were loitering around the club are now sprawled on the ground. Inside, everyone falls silent as they hear the door creak open. All eyes turn toward the entrance, and in strolls our trio, confidently, without a care in the world. The boss is fuming at the sight of these high schoolers barging in and demands to know how these morons managed to take down the fools guarding the place outside. On the other hand, Young-chan is absolutely scared out of his mind when he sees both of his friends lying on the ground, covered in their own blood. In-chan quickly points out that this is the same guy who got away earlier. The other lackeys in the club start snickering, mocking Sokju and Jin, saying they're really scared if these two are supposed to be the backup Young-chan ran to get. Meanwhile, Young-chan is about to crap his pants, second-guessing whether infiltrating this place was a good idea after all. The boss drops his bat with a thud and says he's been in this business way too long, but he never thought he'd see the day when a bunch of scrawny-ass punks would come marching into his club looking for trouble. He then turns to his underling and asks what he plans to do with these fools. In response, In-chan quickly rallies his thugs, ordering them to bring our crew down to their knees. The lackeys charge at our boys, bats in hand, ready to finish this once and for all.